Namaskar. Good morning, all dear students. Today we will be discuss calculation of claim amount. Today discuss topic. This topic of ABST paper first financial accounting. Financial accounting chapter insurance claim. Insurance claims two steps are completed. Video post in YouTube channel and remaining steps are discussed today. All students are requested to note the important note of this content and watch video at the end for many new information of claim amount. Let's start. Myself, Dr. Mahender Khardiya, Assistant Professor, ABST, Department of Commerce, Government Lohia College, Churu. Calculation of claim. Calculation of claim amount now we explain in the following steps. Two steps are completed and next step in following manner. Step third. Two step complete and next step third. Calculation of loss of profit. Step third. Calculation of loss of profit. Loss of profit is calculated by multiplying ratio of gross profit with short sales. Ratio of gross profit with short sales. Step first, calculation of short sales, and second, calculation of rate of gross profit. Two step. Third step, calculation of loss of profit. It can be calculated in the from following formula. Formula is loss of profit equal short sales into rate of gross profit. Short sales into rate of gross profit. Two amount are short sales first and rate of gross profit second. Short sales according step first calculate and according step 2 rate of gross profit. Two amount multiplying amount received loss of profit. Step 4 application of average class. Application of average class. If the policy has already been taken, policy has been already taken from about equivalent or more as per requirement. Equivalent or more as per requirement. Then average class not applicable. Amount of policy to be taken for equivalent or more as per requirement. Then average class is not applicable. However, if the policy is less than requirement amount of policy that should have been taken, average clause will be applicable. If policy is less than the requirement amount of policy should have been taken, average clause will be applicable. In the event of average clause being applicable, amount of claim is calculated in the following manner. Amount of claim application of average clause. Application of average clause. Amount of claim बराबर loss of profit into value of policy into value of policy या insurable insurance amount या insurance amount divided policy to be taken divided policy to be taken or insurable amount or insurable amount same policy to be taken or insurable amount same value of policy and insurance amount same determining the amount of policy to be taken. This amount is calculated on the basis of sales from the previous 12 months from the date of fire. From the date of fire. This amount is calculated on the basis of sales from the previous 12 months from the date of fire. In this amount is decrease and increase in sales according to trend of decrease and increase. Necessary changes are adjusted. Gross profit on previous 12 month. Adjusted sales amount of policy to be taken. Policy to be taken. Sales of 12 month just before date of fire and adjusted trend of sales increase and decrease amount of adjusted gross adjusted sales into multiply rate of gross profit amount received policy to be taken. Note many important very important that students understand that cells used in above step. Cells used step first previous year cells in the basis of indemnity period. Previous year cells in the basis of indemnity period. Step 2 to find out a rate of gross profit. 12th month sales of previous accounting year. Approach to indemnity period from the basis. Variables. And step 4 where are you wherever you are determining policy to be taken the basis is sales of previous 12th month just before date of fire date of fire amount of previous 12th month cells. Use for policy to be taken. Claim for additional working expenses. If additional working expenses in additional increase cells. One step additional. If claim for additional working expenses. Sometimes fire insurance contract includes that during the indemnity period, additional expenses incurred to increase cells will be paid by the insurance company. These expenses include rent of new premise, rent of plant and machinery, advertisement expenses each. Compensations of these additional expenses are made in condition when doing, doing to indemnity period sales is increased from the following whatever is less will be the amount of claim for additional working expenses. Number 1, actual additional working expenses incurred to increase sales during the indemnity period. Second, additional amount of gross profit on additional sales. Second, additional amount of gross profit on additional sales. And third, if all standing expenses are not insured, then amount of claim will be determined as per following formula. Additional cost of working into policy to be taken into policy to be taken. Divide policy to be taken plus insured standing charges. Comment: additional cells. In the absence of clear information, it is accepted that during the indemnity period, the actual sales has been done because of additional working expenses. Hence, actual sales during the indemnity period is considered as additional sales. That 5 step of calculation amount of claim. Step first, calculation of short sales. Second, calculation of rate of gross profit. Third, calculation of amount of claim. And fourth step is policy to be taken. And 5, amount of claim. 5 step of amount of claim. If claim for additional working expenses, one more step add in amount of claim. 6th step. If claim for additional working expenses and not five only 5 step of calculation of amount of claim. Thank you.